and welcome back. There's a lot of controversy about the frequent use of medication in children with attention deficit hyperactivity disorder.
Today we're going to talk about ways to help improve ADHD and other psychological issues without the use of medicine. Dr. Ray Lueck is the clinical director at Family Care Psychological Services. Thanks for being with us.
Good morning, ladies.
Nice to have you.
Good morning. So are you in the group of doctors and health experts who think our kids are maybe over-medicated?
In a way, I mean, it's, I guess most people aren't aware that there are alternatives to medication. So it's not that these kids shouldn't have some intervention, but most people think that the only option is pills. And
what are some of the alternatives to medication, specifically as it relates to ADHD?
well, there are some diet, nutrition, exercise alternatives. I specialize in what's called EEG biofeedback or neurofeedback.
What is that?
Well, the brain is a electrochemical mechanism. So when you guys were talking about the most important organ of the body, I'll fight for the brain.
Okay, that's okay.
But I work with the electrical model of the brain rather than the chemical model of the brain. So I put some sensors on children or adults' heads, and I teach the brain how to function with different brain waves. And so as we change the brain waves, we change the way the mind is able to focus, concentrate, and emotions, all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, and you use that for
phenomenal.
ADHD? Can you use it for anxiety, depression, and other mental health issues?
Oh, I'm what's called a holistic doctor. So people have a whole list of problems when they come see me.
But that's pretty unique to have a holistic doctor for mental health issues, because I think a majority of us think you just have to take medication for that.
See, and actually the stomach produces as many neurotransmitters as the brain does. So the gut is a big part of our emotional and mental well-being. So I work with the mind, the body, and the spirit. So I am holistic in the sense that I work with the whole person. I emphasize nutrition, diet, and then have other interventions to help the way the brain functions.
What types of services do you have at Family Care Psychological Services?
Well, for anxiety and depression, we do a kind of a stress management biofeedback, and I get tremendous results with people with anxiety just in 1 or 2 sessions. A lot of people go to the emergency room. They think they're having a heart attack, but they're really having a panic attack. They're given some medications, but they're never really taught how to deal with their anxiety. And when I hook them up to the computer, I'm also what's called a techno shrink. So I never thought I'd be replaced by computers, but actually computers is really the heart of my practice, that I use computers and people can see what's happening with their physiology on the computer screen, and then I teach them how to manage their stress or handle their anxiety, and they're amazed at what they can do in controlling their body.
What are the results like? What have you heard from patients? Because I'm sure they've tried the medications and they've tried other doctors before they've tried you. What do you hear?
You wouldn't believe me. I mean, it's amazing. I have one of the most exciting jobs. I mean, it's just phenomenal. I see like dramatic results. I had a lady recently, 3 inpatient hospitalizations, was on several medications. After seeing me within a week, she was off all her meds, doing fabulous, and just
And what was
really
she taking the
enjoying life.
medication for?
I don't want to talk about specifics,
Sure.
but anxiety and depression
anxiety.
mainly.
And how
Some of
did
those
you
issues.
help her within 1 week? Was that, again, diet, nutrition, and then some of your stress tests?
It was with her. I taught her the anxiety biofeedback, so I did that with her. And then I have some home units that I give people. Recently, there's a new finding in what's called scalar medicine. And so I have some scalar energy units that I give to people, and I've just had miraculous results with those. Just phenomenal.
What would you say is your most interesting invention?
Well, it's probably the scalar energy that.
Okay.
But the neurofeedback, I mean, it's just a great way of working with the body, the mind, without medication. I'm not opposed to medication. I mean, I'm not against it, but if people can be helped without medication, it's so much better, because every medication has side effects. And if you look at these commercials on TV, you know, if your antidepressant isn't working, add this one. You know, and then it tells you that you might die or go blind, or you know, all these horrible side effects. And so,
is this covered by insurance?
We do get insurance coverage for our people, and we also I'm big on helping people, so I do work with people who don't have insurance, and I always try to hire interns so that I can train them, but then I'll supervise them, but then I can see people at a much lower cost so that hopefully finances aren't going to be an issue.
I know you've offered people a free 20-minute consultation. They should mention seeing this on the Morning Blend if they give your office a call. And that probably gives you an opportunity to visit with people, assess maybe what kinds of treatments or medications they've already tried, and maybe what specifically their problem is.
Right. And people just don't know that these alternatives exist. And so if I can just show them that, hey, there's something else that you can do, I mean, I really want to help people. And I have a wonderful staff. I have the most wonderful people working for me. And so if people want to come to the office and visit, we'll show them what we can do for them.
Great.
Dr. Lueck, thank you so much. Again, we're talking about family care, psychological services. Again, it's the non-medication alternative for mental health issues. And you are giving a talk, correct, on Thursday,
right,
the 23rd. Here's the information for that. It's at 7 p.m. at Mayfair Mall. For more information, you can call 414-771-5002 or go to familycare, the number 4, and then you.com. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, really nice to have you this morning. Thank you so much. And on our certificate mall, you can buy half-price gift certificates. You go to themorningblend.com. That's our website. Click on the icon that looks just like the one you see there, certificate mall, and you'll be able to buy half-price gift certificates by doing that. So thank you so much, Doctor. Nice to have you this morning. Coming up next.